The Toronto Blue Jays come to town as a perennial nemesis. Last year, the Jays had the Rangers' number, backed by the American League home run king Jose Bautista. Things are a little different this season, however. The Jays are facing the American League champion Rangers for the first time. They are facing the team with the best home record in baseball, and they are facing the team with the best current record in the American League. Colby Lewis gets it started for your Rangers as they welcome the Toronto Blue Jays to the ballpark next on Fox Sports Southwest. We have already enjoyed two national anthems here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington as tonight's game takes on an international flair. The team from north of the border, the Toronto Blue Jays, have made their way south and are ready to take on your Texas Rangers here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Hi there, John Radigan and Tom Grieve here with you tonight. A Monday night in the beginning of a four-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays, and it starts at a place where the Rangers love playing, and they are as good as anybody else in the American League, really anybody in the majors right now at home.
Yeah, and it's tough to win a division championship if you don't play well at home. Fortunately, the Rangers play well at home. You've got a lineup that loves to hit in this ballpark, and the numbers will certainly reflect that. The best record, the second best batting average. They hit the ball out of the ballpark. They average over 6 runs a game. But in addition to the offense, they've got a pitching staff that's not afraid to pitch in this ballpark either. And our guys go out and shut the other team down pretty well, even in this ballpark.
They do indeed, and that will be the goal tonight. Shut them down and keep scoring at the pace that the Rangers have been scoring at here in the first 12 games. Colby Lewis will be charged with shutting the Blue Jays down. He's lost a couple in a row, but you know what? He's ready because it's time to play ball, y'all. We've got the opening lineups and first pitch coming. Brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. By the Progressive Insurance Group. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE today. By Jack in the Box. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. And as we welcome you to Rangers Ballpark in Arlington, we say an early hello to Emily Jones tonight.
Well, guys, much has been made of Colby Lewis's 1-2 start, and of course the velocity being off from what it was last year, throwing in the mid or low 90s last year, and then now not quite reaching that, throwing mainly in the upper 80s. But Colby says it is never about velocity with him, it's all about location.
You look at guys like Jamie Moore, and all those guys have been pitching forever and throw 80 miles an hour, and as long as I think as you mix your mix speeds and everything else, and throw it where you want to throw it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, how fast or how slow it is. So.
Colby Lewis with tonight's Geico quote of the game. I talked to bullpen coach Andy Hawkins as well. He said it's never been about velocity with Colby Lewis. It's all about location, and very elementary in baseball. If you don't have the location of that fastball, you can't set up the secondary pitches. That's what he looks to do tonight, guys.
Emily, good stuff and a good start for Colby Lewis as we bring you the Blue Jays batting order, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And take a look at how they've got it lined up tonight with Escobar and Patterson, followed by the league's leading hitter and home run hitter, Jose Bautista. Lynn Rivera and Jose Molina behind the plate, followed by Snyder, McDonald, and Chris Woodward, as they are struggling through some injuries to infielders right now. And here's the scouting report on Colby Lewis.
He's had 3 starts. He won his first start. He's lost his last 2. He's pitched 17 innings, given up 17 hits. I think the thing that's hurt him the most has been the home run ball. He's given up 2 home runs in each of his last 2 starts. Pitches per inning are up a little bit. Had a couple of starts against Toronto. He won 1 and he lost 1. And I would agree with Colby. Not that he cares whether I agree with him or not. He's talking about himself. No one knows himself better than he does. But it has been about fastball command. Last start, he had a hard time getting the fastball down around the knees. Most of them were belt high, and it doesn't matter the velocity, but I think when you've got a little extra velocity, you can make a mistake and get away with it better than you can when your velocity's down. So it's even more important to have good command.
And there's a pretty good start for Colby Lewis as he gets Escobar swinging. And we show you the Rangers defense behind Colby. David, Julio, and Nelly, the sort of traditional outfield without Josh Hamilton in the lineup. Beltre and Elvis back on the left side with Ian and Mitch on the right. And then it's Yorvik Torialdo behind the plate, catching Colby Lewis for the 4th time this season. Yorvik is the only catcher to have caught games thrown by Colby Lewis so far this year. Remember, Colby missed 1 start, basically a turn in the rotation, when he was the first player ever to go on paternity leave when his daughter was born. This ball's hit high in the air, and Elvis Andrus is coming in right behind second base to make the play. 2 quick outs for Colby Lewis. And it'll bring up the league's leading hitter, Jose Bautista.
I think most of Colby's strikeouts will come on his slider, and that's what he struck out Escobar with. You still need the fastball to set that pitch up, and you need command of your fastball. And when you do that, it just makes your slider that much tougher to hit.
And the leading home run hitter from a year ago shows bunt.
Yeah, and if you want a bunt, big guy, go for it.
Yeah.
We will give you a bunt single right here.
He had 54 long balls last year.
He had 54 home runs last year. He had 59 home runs in 1,800 at-bats over 5 years before last year. So he had almost as many home runs last year as he did in the rest of his career over 5 years.
And he's kind of picked up where he left off last year. As you see those numbers, he's ranking first or tied for first or second in all the big hitting categories.
Last year he hit 260. This year he's hitting 100 points higher. It's early in the season. But he walked 100 times last year, too. He's going to walk about 150 times this year. He really doesn't have the kind of lineup that would lead you to feel like you need to pitch to him too often, depending on the situation. And with the threat that he is at the plate, he's going to get a chance to practice his patience at the plate a lot this year.
Right now it's the 2-2 pitch from Colby. And that one is cued foul. Maybe people should have seen it coming. In 09, Bautista had just 13 home runs, nothing out of the ordinary with 13. But 10 of those were hit in the month of September.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's when it started. You're right.
And that one's upstairs for a ball as we show you the Ford leaderboard. And take a look at the league leaders in home run hitting since the start of 2010. And look at how far ahead Bautista is of none other than Albert Pujols, but then Canerco and Cabrera and the National League MVP Joey Votto. This one is grounded to Elvis. Long throw, and he got him.
What a play by Mitch. Wow.
1-2-3 go the Blue Jays in the top of the first inning. And here come the Ranger bats. And Southwest Airlines brings you the Rangers lineup as penciled in by Ron Washington. It's the lineup that he would like to pencil in every day without Josh Hamilton in there against the right-hander. Kinsler, Anderson, Young, Beltre, Cruz, and Murphy. Your beat behind the plate. Mitch in the 8-hole tonight after batting second last night. And Julio Bourbon is back in center field, back in the 9-hole after a good day. And here is the scouting report on Kyle Drabek.
Yeah, Drabek's off to a good start. He's had 4 starts, 3 no decisions in his last 3 starts, but fewer hits than innings pitched, almost a strikeout per inning. His walks are up a little bit. That's the most in the American League. He was the Phillies' first-round pick and a guy that they desperately wanted to keep. But the Blue Jays wouldn't make the trade for Roy Halladay unless they got Kyle Drabek, and eventually the Phillies agreed to do it. You know, in spring training, he pitched 16 innings, won a spot in the rotation, and only walked 1 batter. During the season, it's been 24 innings and 15 walks. Tough to hit, though. .226 opponent's batting average.
Off to a pretty good start in his major league career. He's inside and low to Ian there. He is from the Woodlands. Born in Victoria, Texas, so a native Texan. And of course, the youngest son of the former Cy Young Award winner, Doug Drabek.
He's got all the pitches. You can see the movement on his fastball. Pitch before that sunk down and in at 96 miles an hour. That one tailed away at 93 miles an hour. You combine the velocity and the movement, that's tough to hit.
But that's a walk to Ian Kinsler, so the leadoff man is on for the Rangers. And it brings up Elvis Andrus. Elvis had his third routine day off yesterday. Just a chance for him to sit and smile and watch the game. The smile usually plastered on the face of Elvis.
Well, I think Ron's feeling on that is if he can give Elvis 3 or 4 off days every month, that'll add up to, say, somewhere around 20 or 22 off days. That'll allow him to stay strong, be healthier all season long, and play about 140 to 145 games. That seems to be what Ron's plan is for Elvis right now.
And when you've got a backup like Andres Blanco, who just steps in and jacks the ball out of the yard, why not?
Why not?
Talked to Blanco about that today. He was having fun, saying, "Oh, I loved hitting that home run. I just want to hit more." I go, "Lots more?" He goes, "No, just more than Elvis. That's all I care about. More than Elvis."
That's going to be tough with the playing time the way it is.
Yep.
But you never know.
Never do. Neither one of them hit one last year, and they both already have one this year. And Andres did say that in '09, the last time he hit a major league home run, he hit about 10 that year, he said, at all different levels. And so he feels like now that he has sort of gotten things uncorked here, he can go deep a little bit more often.
I think, as most people are aware, Kyle Drabek is the son of Doug Drabek, former Cy Young Award winner. In fact, they're both living in Houston, the Woodlands. I would have to think that Doug's at the game today.
I would bet there's quite a few people that made the trip up from the Woodlands to watch Kyle. Led their high school baseball team to a national championship in 2006. He was 10-0 that year with a 1.18 ERA.
And you watch him pitch, you wonder how he gave up 1 run per game in high school.
Yeah. His record was 30-1 in all of high school. And he also played shortstop and hit .479. He's a good athlete. But Elvis has a hitter's count on him too. Second straight batter to go to 3-1.
You have to make him throw a strike right here.
And he does, and Elvis hits it into left field.
That's good hitting right there. You're not up there taking, but you're saying to yourself, I have to get a good pitch to hit. And that ball straightened out about belt high, right in the hitter's zone. Looking fastball all the way. Elvis put a great swing on it. That's one of the keys to being a good hitter, is work the count in your favor, get a pitch you like, and be ready for it.
One of the keys to enjoying cotton candy is to make shapes out of it, make it look like a cloud, and then savor it as you slowly eat it.
I think that's the key. Make it last.
Yeah. And now it's Michael Young. Swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour pitch from Drabek. Michael said yesterday the beard's not long for this world, but obviously it's still there. Another swing and a miss. He says he gets too much grief from Kinsler and Napoli about the beard when he lets it grow for too long. And he says what they say about it isn't repeatable on television anyway. So there you see the league leaders in batting average. Alex Gordon just left. The other 2 of the top 3 are here tonight.
Yeah, Michael's much too modest to say this, but the good comeback for people that are ragging on your beard is when you're hitting 356, you can wear your beard.
That's right. I asked him if it was.
As long as I'm hitting 356, I'll do whatever I want.
That's exactly right. I asked him if it was a hitting streak beard. He said no, and then somebody There's another one. Yeah, somebody chimed in. Is it an LA Lakers playoff beard? He said, if I was growing a Lakers playoff beard, it would get awfully long by the end of June. That's how confident Michael is in his Lakers. He's a big Lakers fan, as many of our fans know.
I'm not a huge basketball fan, but Lakers are looking a little vulnerable, aren't they?
Boy, are they ever right now. That series tied up. This one's grounded toward shortstop. There's 1 and 2. But Ian Kinsler moves over to third base.
A good pitch right there by Drabek. Good movement on his fastball. He threw it down around the knees. Looks like he throws a heavy ball. Not much you can do with that pitch, other than what Michael did, hit it on the ground.
Little flip from Escobar to McDonald, who's there at second base today, and then over to Adam Lind. And there are 2 away, but a runner at third base. 90 feet away for Adrian Beltre. Adrian, who owns the league leadership in RBI with 20 of them. And that has him second in all of Major League Baseball. The runs batted in category.
Adrian's the only hitter I've ever seen when he checks his swing that asks the home plate umpire to check with the first base umpire. What he's doing is, before you call this a strike, if you're thinking about calling a strike, ask the first base umpire. He's got a better look. He doesn't want the home plate umpire to ring him up on a strike. In case he's checked his swing, he thinks the first base umpire's got a better chance of seeing that.
And there you see that 20 runs batted in. He's ahead of Jeff Francoeur, who just left.
Johnny Damon's up there. Expect to see Alex Rodriguez up there.
Yeah. Swing and a miss by Adrian. That'll make it 2 and 2. Up high to the Rangers cleanup man. And it's a full count with Nelly Cruz waiting on deck. And this one's grounded weakly towards second. Up with it is McDonald, and the side is retired. Ian Kinsler stranded at third base. There's no score after 1. Gymnast.
All right, thanks, John. Community Corner, a lot of interesting happenings last Thursday, along with the kettle corn guy right here. Last Thursday, Ranger pitcher C.J. Wilson, joined by fans, supporters, and sponsors as the third annual Strikeout Bowling Tournament to support C.J. That's right, C.J. Strikeout Tournament. It benefits children's charities, Cook Children's Hospital, Fort Worth. Great turnout. We want to get involved. You can do so. And check out other CJ upcoming events. Just log on to leftylefty.com. That's leftylefty.com. Got a birthday. Chris, Farmers Branch, stand up, celebrating 75 years strong. No, just kidding. Happy 23rd, big guy. Thank you. All right, y'all have a good time. Thanks. John.
Yeah. Chris turned a little red in the cheeks at that 75 remark. And there's the first hit of the game off Colby. Lind with it out into right field.
High changeup right there. Kobe's trying to make that sink down and away. Lynn got a pretty good one to hit. Had a good swing at it. Fortunately, got on top of it. Didn't get it up in the air.
Juan Rivera now. He, of course, traded on the 21st of January from the Angels to the Blue Jays as a part of that Vernon Wells deal. And on the same night that the Rangers were having their midwinter banquet, the Angels were getting Wells, and Rivera was headed to Toronto with Mike Napoli, who was, of course, later traded here. And Juan's not off to a very good start with the Jays, as those numbers indicate.
Wow.
Grounded on a shot to Elvis, and a quick double play turned by Ian Kinsler.
Well, that's a little bit of good fortune right there for the Rangers. That ball was smoked on one hop to Elvis. A couple of feet either way, and that's rolling hard into the outfield, but Rivera picked the wrong spot to hit it and the wrong guy to hit it too. Elvis stays right with it, turns it into an easy double play.
It's the 18th double play induced by Rangers starting pitchers, and at 17 they were already tops in Major League Baseball. That's number 18 on the year. Remember, they had that one game against the Yankees where they had 6. And that's a strike to Jose Molina. He's in the midst of a 5-game hitting streak, during which he's batting .444. And there you see those are the ones turned by all of the Rangers and induced by all of their pitchers. Statistic I gave you was just those induced by the starting pitchers, but that one is including all relief pitchers as well, and they're at 27. Wave and a miss by Molina. And it's 2-2.
I think Molina was looking for a fastball on that pitch. Whoops.
Got fooled.
There's your fastball. Ooh, Kobe thought it was strike 3.
He was headed to the dugout.
I did too. He made the pitch he was trying to make. I don't know if it's a strike or not. Definitely hit the catcher's glove, and it could have been a strike.
Yeah, it was flirting with the zone right on the corner. That one's fouled off, and it's 3-2. Colby needed just 12 pitches to get through the first inning, and he's now thrown 10 here in the second inning. Pitch number 11. Grounded to Elvis. He makes the play, and it's an 11-pitch inning for Colby Lewis. Rangers come to bat in the bottom of the second with no score. Next time you want to catch a Rangers game but can't find your favorite seats through the Rangers, head to StubHub. That's the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Texas Rangers, and where you'll find a great selection of seats for each and every game, and they'll bring the popcorn right to your seat, or the kettle corn, as it were, as Nelly Cruz stands in. And I love Jim Knox's concentration when the kettle corn guy, I don't think it was that particular kettle corn salesman, but the guy who shouts it loud and was in Knox's ear, and Knoxy concentrated right through it for his hit. Not as easy as it looks to do your bit and talk about C.J. Wilson's bowling tournament with someone shouting kettle corn behind you. With his double last night, Nelly snapped a 12-game drought from extra base hits. He'd gone 12 in a row without one, got a double yesterday. And he hits this one high in the air, but it's slicing foul. And yesterday, of course, was a day game, as we celebrated Easter Sunday with a sweep of the Kansas City Royals. Draybeck bounces that one in, 2-2.
He's thrown Nelly 3 curveballs in this at bat. I don't think he threw a curveball in the first inning. Everything was 95, 96 mile an hour hard sinkers. You can tell he's got all the pitches. He throws what looks like a cutter at about 90 miles an hour, 91 miles an hour. Good movement on his fastball. You can tell why he's been such a highly touted young pitcher. Pitcher of the year in the Eastern League last year. 14-9 with a 2.94 ERA. Tossed a 9-inning no-hitter in the Eastern League last year. You won't see that in the minor leagues very often. You'll see a 7-inning no-hitter as part of a doubleheader occasionally. But wow, 95 miles an hour sinking down and in. What a pitch.
And he gets Nelly on strikes.
From that angle, you can really get a look at the movement of that ball. It turned out not to be a strike, but it looked like a strike coming out of his hand to Nelly, and then the movement of the pitch just took it right out of the strike zone, made it pretty much impossible to hit.
David Murphy.
And just to make sure the Rangers know he has a changeup.
Yeah.
There's a changeup.
There you go. 85 with that pitch. And David offers at it to go to 0-1.
You see big league pitchers throw a changeup at whatever, 78. Draybeck's is 85. It's the differential between that and your fastball that really matters. I can remember way back at the old ballpark, Bobby Valentine was talking. He used to throw a lot of batting practice. And we were talking about velocity. And it came up, could Bobby throw a pitch 80 miles an hour? And I bet him $100 he couldn't throw a pitch 80 miles an hour. And he was absolutely positive that he could throw a pitch 80 miles an hour. He had a good arm.
Yeah.
And he threw batting practice every day. So Marty Scott and I got a radar gun, and we went out to the batting cage, which was behind center field at the old ballpark. Got a catcher for him to pitch to, and told him, warm up, and when you're ready, let us know. We'll put the radar gun on. And so he warmed up. He's ready to go, grunting and groaning. First pitch was like 76. And
pretty good.
We didn't say anything.
No.
Threw about 10 or 15 more. I don't think he ever threw 176 again. 74 to 77, right around in there. And finally, he couldn't take the suspense anymore because we're not saying.
Oh,
he goes, okay, how hard am I throwing? There's another off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
And we told him he wouldn't believe it, so we kept having to show him the radar gun after every pitch. And his response to that wasn't, okay, I lost. It's to stay out there longer, throw harder, and to keep seeing if he could do it. And by the time he finally quit 15 minutes later, he completely sweat through his uniform, and his velocity was down to about 81 or 82. I mean, 71 or 72. Yeah. Yeah. And so it just goes to show you. I mean, he wasn't a player at that time, but he was a young manager with a good arm, and he couldn't throw a ball 80 miles an hour.
And that says a lot about him, that he just wanted to keep going after it, too. That's the bulldog in him.
He couldn't believe it. I saw the look on his face. I felt so bad I didn't even ask him for the $100. He was like heartbroken that he couldn't do it.
You can owe me.
Yeah.
This is your Victoria Alba. He grounds it to short. Escobar up with it. And over to Lind. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for young Kyle Drabek. No score after 2. Is brought to you by Geico Insurance, where 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance, and by AT&T. And it's turned out to be a beautiful night here at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Batting practice was canceled today because there were the threat of showers. It's my birthday, and the Texas Rangers are my favorite. Well, and there he is back there. He's a 4-year-old. There's nothing like the speech pattern of a 4-year-old. Good sign, Mom. Colby Lewis, 12 pitches, then 11. And now he's ahead of Travis Snyder. No balls and a strike. Travis was the Jays' #1 prospect by Baseball America in 08 and 09.
He got to the big leagues with an opportunity to play every day as a 21-year-old. He's still only 23 years old. Still trying to break through, but he's got a lot of years ahead of him.
Yeah, when he made his debut back in 08, and it wasn't his full call-up, but he got called up in August of 08, and at the time he was the youngest player in Major League Baseball. At 20, he didn't become a regular player, big league level, till the next year. Fouls another one off. And it's still 1-2. That is a strike 3 called.
Got that off-speed pitch right on the outside corner.
And it's the first out of the 3rd inning.
Right back near the outside corner.
Curve back in there. Bruce Dreckman calls it a strike. And now it's John McDonald. Check swing foul by McDonald. And among American or Major League second basemen since '09, you see Aaron Hill, who has been placed on the disabled list, ranks in the top 3 in all those hitting categories. That's one of the things the Blue Jays are missing with him out of the lineup. McDonald is replacing him at second base, and he hits it into the gap in right center field. Julio Barbon chasing, but can't quite get it. It's against the wall. David Murphy picks it up. Headed for third base is McDonald to throw from Elvis, just offline, and it's a triple for John McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald doing his imitation of Aaron Hill right there. The other guy that's on the disabled list is Rajai Davis from center field. That's a slider that never got outside, right down the middle of the plate. Julio's playing a little bit shallow, a little bit toward right center field. Had a long run, and you can see he just came up short, about a foot away.
You could just see Julio turning on the afterburners, and there was a decent chance he was going to catch it and see how close he got to it. But he did have a long run to get there. There's a 90-mile-an-hour pitch from Colby to Chris Woodward. Woodward originally drafted by the Blue Jays way back in 1994. Last played for them in 2004. And in fact, Friday night was his first appearance in a Blue Jays uniform since September 30th of 2004. He'd spent time with the Mets and the Braves and the Mariners and the Red Sox in the interim.
Usually need a strikeout. Man on third base. 1 out. Head in the count. That's where he's trying to throw the slider to McDonald, right on the outside corner. The one to McDonald stayed in, right down the middle of the plate.
So it's 2-2. Woodward slices that one foul.
And Kobe's popped a couple of fastballs tonight at 91, a couple at 90.
Yep.
Got a little more velocity on his fastball tonight. I just think with a little more velocity, 91 instead of 87, if you do catch a little too much of the plate, you've got a better chance of the hitter being late or fouling it off with a little extra velocity. If you make your pitches, it really doesn't matter. There's a
swing and a miss. And down goes Woodward.
It takes the fastball to set the slider up. 91-mile-an-hour fastball right before this pitch. Now in the hitter's mind, you're not sure. The slider looks pretty good. By the time you commit to it, it's out in no man's land where you just can't make contact with it. Big strikeout, man on third with 1 out.
And second strikeout of the inning, third of the game for Colby Lewis. And it brings up the leadoff man, Escobar. First pitch swinging, and he slices it foul and out of play.
Another 91. How about a little shout out, John?
Yes.
Jim Gilligan, the great baseball coach at Lamar University in Beaumont. He's won 1,199 games.
Wow.
He's going to be going for win number 1,200 tomorrow. Jim, well, there's a lot of people in Beaumont who are big Ranger fans. We're all wishing you good luck. That number 1,200 is right around the corner. Good luck as you go to number 13 and 1,400.
Quite an accomplishment at the college level.
Got a good friend who's the athletic director and women's basketball coach at Lamar, Larry Tidwell. Larry used to head up the group from Frisco when I was working in group ticket sales back in 1980. Larry Tidwell headed up a group of 2,500 people from Frisco, and back then there was probably less than 6,000 people in Frisco, and no group we ever had sent a larger percentage of their town to a Ranger game than Larry did, so always appreciated that.
Grounded to Elvis, long throw to first, dug out by Mitch Moreland, and that's the way to end it. Stranded at third base is McDonald, and there's no score headed to the bottom of the third. The Junior Rangers Club, presented by Dr. Pepper, is better than ever in 2011. For only $15, kids 13 and under get a cap, a drawstring bag, 8 ticket vouchers, and front of the line access to run the bases after those Sunday afternoon games. Get details at texasrangers.com. Never know who you'll see when you run the bases. Yesterday, as we left the ballpark, saw John Daniels and his son, and they had run the bases. So you just never know. Might bump into the greatness of John Daniels if you're out there with your young ones running the bases. 0-2 pitch to Mitch Moreland. Low from Drabek for a ball. And this one is grounded to second. Donald makes the play, and we check in with Emily Jones.
Well, guys, a very solid day at the plate for Julio Borbon yesterday. 2 infield singles, a couple of stolen bases, and also a walk mixed in. He says that's the prototypical game. They're looking for him at the plate.
This is what they've asked me to do. They haven't really asked me to do anything else but to find a way on and just run around the bases, you know, get comfortable out there. And I think it took me a little bit earlier, you know, the first couple games, not being able to hit or get on base. It kind of gets you out of your rhythm a little bit. But I've been able to, you know, get that going, and I feel really comfortable.
Feeling comfortable and gaining confidence both at the plate and, of course, in center field, guys.
Emily, thanks much. That'd be tough for anybody to feel too comfortable against Drabek.
This kid's got some good stuff, boy.
Does.
I've heard a lot about him, never seen him in person. And if anything, he's more than lived up to his billing. You won't see many starters in the league consistently 93 to 96 miles an hour with a 90-mile-an-hour cutter, a good curveball, and a good changeup, and tremendous movement on his fastball.
Bounces that one in there.
Yeah, I love the way that Molina blocked that ball.
He likes it too. He's got a big smile on his face.
He didn't even try to catch it. He just let it bounce right off his chest.
So it's a ball and 2 strikes to Julio. And the appeal says no swing. Blue Jays have won all 4 of Drabek's starts this season. He's only figured in 1 of the decisions. And the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to second. And Julio is out 4-3.
Did a little research with the help from our ace cameraman Bouvet over here. Turns out Doug Drabek probably isn't at the game. He took a job in the Arizona Diamondback organization as pitching coach. And we think he's in Visalia. But I bet he's watching on TV somehow.
There's no question.
If not, there it is. There's Bouvet's researched item right there. Thank you, Bouvet. Yeah, they probably got a game tonight, but I bet you some way he's going to manage to watch a replay of it.
Yep, that's what they have DVRs for. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes to Ian Kinsler.
Yeah, I would venture a guess when you talk to the Ranger hitters tomorrow, they're going to tell you it's not fun facing this guy.
His 50th pitch of the night is high for a ball. Ian's one of just 2 base runners for the Rangers so far, and he hits this one in the air to center. Waiting on it, Patterson. And the side's retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. And there's no score after 3.
John and Tom. Hey, it's UTA night here at the ballpark. Got about how many strong here in center field?
We have over 1,000 here tonight, and we love it.
There we go. Dr. Don Bobbitt of UTA here. You guys try to make this a ritual, right?
We do. We love partnering with the Rangers to make it UTA night here, and it's a fantastic event.
Okay, I think you guys are about 10-0 since showing up every year, right? Okay, we'll leave it at that. 11-0 tonight. Thanks, guys. John.
Oh, Noxie, thanks very much. Tell them I can take some of them home. I go right past UTA on my way home, so if anybody needs a ride, I got them covered. Patterson made the last put out of the last half, and now he stands in against Colby. That's a strike 1. Colby had a great month of April a year ago. 3-0 with a 276 and 38 strikeouts in the month of April. This one's fouled out of play.
John, we need to thank our friends from MR Pigs Cafe in Ida Bell, Oklahoma. Melody and Russ Nickel for bringing us our barbecue feast. They want to say happy birthday to their daughter-in-law, Hillary Nickel. She lives in Piedmont, Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma City area. Happy birthday, Hillary, and thanks Melody and Russ again. And also thanks to Shirley Coast for sending up the gumdrop cookies. Shirley and Cal are going to be in Oakland on Friday. We'll look for them out there.
I'm sure that Shirley will bring some cookies with her to Oakland. Figure out a way to get them to us. Yeah, that MR Pigs barbecue is worth the trip. I can tell you that. For all you Texans who might be headed Oklahoma way. I like their hot sauce, and those cheesy potatoes they make are really good. And they make you a nice special salad too.
They do.
I like that. All right, it's 2-2. Patterson had a double yesterday to end an 0-for-17 drought. High and away to make it 3-2. After a 12-pitch inning and then an 11-pitch inning, Colby needed 20 in the third. And this one is grounded towards Ian. Nice play just to get there, but they cannot get the speedy Patterson.
Yeah, that's a great play. Colby got there in time to cover too. Unfortunately, he's one of the faster guys on the Blue Jays running from the left side, and he didn't have time to make the play, but a lesser runner, and it's a great play. Great play anyway.
Yeah.
It just wasn't an out.
Ian's so great at that. The slide as he catches it, then right back on his feet to make the throw. But it's a leadoff single for Patterson, and it brings up Bautista. That's a little high for a ball. After getting off to a fairly quick start at 5-2. Blue Jays have been limping a bit. They're 9-12 on the season after a 2-0 loss to the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday.
John, we ought to say congratulations to former Ranger president Tom Schieffer.
Hey.
Sitting there with his wife Suzanne. Tom has been appointed by Bud Selig to oversee the day-to-day operations of the Dodgers. They couldn't have picked a better guy. There's the announcement. Guy with great attention to detail, a passion for the game, and great experience having run the Rangers. They couldn't have picked a better guy for that job.
Tom Schieffer was the president of the team when this place was built, Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. He was like the proud papa when this place opened because he oversaw so many aspects of the construction of this ballpark. And as bad as things were for the Rangers last summer when they were going through their bankruptcy proceedings and all of that, it appears to be worse for the Dodgers right now. I mean, Major League Baseball just sent someone here to kind of keep an eye on things. They didn't have somebody take over the Rangers last year, so the Dodgers are mired in it right now. And now Colby 3-1 to Bautista. Runner goes. That's a walk.
Yeah, those sliders will get a lot of right-handers to swing at them. Bautista has developed a great eye at the plate. He walked 100 times last year, and he was able to lay off those tough pitches. Tempting. Pretty much the pitch Woodward struck out.
Yep.
Man on third base and 1 out. One of the things that hurt the Blue Jays last year, if you go back a couple of years, Aaron Hill hit 286, 36 home runs, had 108 RBIs. 2 years ago, Adam Lind hit 305. He had 35 home runs. Between the two of them, Hill and Lind, they had 71 home runs and knocked in 222 runs.
It's in the air toward left field. David Murphy with a running grab. And everybody scampers back.
That's a big play right there. That scores 2 runs if David doesn't run that down in left field. That's where it helps to be a left-handed thrower with a glove on your right hand when you're running in that direction to catch the ball. Got a good jump on it. The ball's slicing away from him. Takes every bit of his speed, and Tom Vandergriff approves of this play by David.
Yeah, we might even give Tom Vandergriff an assist on that.
Yep.
Tom Vandergriff still helping the Rangers, and yeah, the runners thought that ball was in.
And just to finish up on Hill and Lind, last year Hill hit 205, Lind hit 237, and between them they had 59 home runs instead of 71, and probably less than half of the RBIs. So big years from them this year will make the new manager John Farrell very happy.
Farrell managing for the first time at any level. First former Red Sox pitching coach. And here's Rivera, grounded into a double play his first time up. Runners are going. Throw down to third. They got him at third base. Good throw by Yorvit Torrealba.
Oh, double steal is a risky play. Take a gamble. Got good speed at second base. Corey Patterson can really run, but he can't outrun this laser beam from Yorvit. Threw him out easily at third base. That's a big out on the bases.
It is indeed, and in fact leaves Bautista at second, but with 2 out now.
What a great shot.
Yeah.
See him get tagged in the arm before the hand got to the base. And a man on third base and 1 out. Kobe pitched out of that last inning. He's trying to pitch out of a first and second no out jam right here.
And he's behind Rivera at 2-0. That'll make it 3-0. For the Blue Jays' 5th place hitter.
Hey. Go. Go.
He's had lots of reps against the Rangers from his days as an Angel. Just starting to get used to his new environs in Toronto. And the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Rivera has 1 RBI. His first came on Saturday. Swing and a miss. And that'll make it a full count at 3-2. Colby went 1-1 in 3 starts against the Rangers, the Jays last year. But never pitched against them here in this ballpark a year ago. And the payoff pitch. Walked it.
Tempting slider. Looked from here like he checked his swing. Tough to tell. First base umpire Paul Emmel's got the best look at it. Colby tried to get him to chase that slider down and away, but he didn't quite go for it.
Nope. There's the angle.
Oh, that's close.
Really
I've
close.
seen that called a strike, and I've seen it called no swing.
Yeah.
Next time, same thing. You might get the call. Very tough call for an umpire. He doesn't get the benefit of that same slow motion look that we get.
Yeah, that fox mo or slow mo. And now they're at first and third with 2 out. Jose Molina in there. And this one is grounded towards Elvis. Pumps and throws it to first. And he got him. And Colby works out of it again. No score. And we're headed to the bottom of the 4th. We ask who is the oldest player in Major League history to record a save. We know who the oldest Ranger is. It is Arthur Rhodes, who got the save in yesterday's game, and he surpassed the record of Darren Oliver, who set the record on Saturday. Arthur broke the record on Sunday, but neither one of them are the oldest in Major League history who have recorded a save. So who is it? The answer coming up in the next half inning. Elvis stands in against Kyle Drabek now. And there you see the record for the oldest Rangers with a save. 41 years and 182 days for Arthur.
Boy, that shot of Darren and Arthur, their deliveries look almost the same when they're getting ready to let go of the ball.
Elvis hits this one into center field. Back and back further is Patterson as he goes all the way against the wall.
He hit that ball well. He got a hanging curve ball, had a good swing at it. It's not the night where it's going to shoot out of here. Look at the angle of their arm, the position of their head, where their glove is, where their legs are. Almost a carbon copy of each other.
And a very similar demeanor.
Goose still tossed the ball up there about 92, 93 miles an hour when he was 40 years old pitching for the Rangers. You know, they really ought to have rocking chairs for Darren and Arthur out there.
Just messing with people. He's
take that, kid.
Trying to keep it loose. Mason Tobin surprised. Michael Young out. And he is looking for the rocking chair.
Third baseman, Adrian Beltre.
To get Andy Hawkins a chair, it looks like.
Yeah, that was nice of him.
Nice guy.
Yep.
Anything else I can get you, Coach?
Need some water. Moves Josh Frazier. That's the bullpen catcher that you see there. And that's Cody Epley with the big smile on his face. And here comes Adrian. Grounded out to second back in the first inning. Swings at a 93-mile-an-hour pitch from Draybeck. Another wave and a miss. That one touches 94. 7 home runs on the year has Adrian, tied for first in the American League. 3 others. This one's tapped toward Draybeck. He'll take it himself. 1 unassisted. And 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. There's still no score as we head to the 5th inning. Question now, the oldest player in Major League history to record a save. And that would be Satchel Paige, who was 47 years and 72 days old back on September the 16th of 1953 when he saved a game for the St. Louis Browns against the New York Yankees. And we welcome Steve Busby to the booth.
Thanks, John.
Any recollection of that?
I appreciate it. No,
Satchel?
that was a little after my time. I had already broken in and gotten out by the time Satchel made it.
Yeah. Sure you had. Nice to have Buzz along. Hope you caught him on Rangers Live before the game. And nice catch by that fan over there. He'll be down there for Rangers Live after the game as well.
Yeah, again, without Jim Sundberg, who stood us up.
He did.
Yeah.
I wondered
What's the
about
deal?
that.
He just shows up whenever he wants to?
Apparently. Yeah,
when you have a job, you figure you're supposed to be there every day?
I try to, or I don't get paid.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Sonny, I understand that he has a lot of things to do.
Maybe he thought because he came back for the post game yesterday, he didn't have to come for the pregame today.
That could be. That could be. And that sounds an awful lot about like the way he thinks.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like, I wouldn't think Sonny would be like that, kind of letting you guys down like that.
He's big leaguing us.
Yeah. That's too bad.
And of course, it doubles your workload if he's not there.
Actually, John, you've worked with Sonny.
Yeah,
it may cut it in half.
Good point. Yeah, actually, kind of makes things easier, doesn't it? Yeah.
Just kidding, Jim. If you happen to T-bow this or something.
Yeah.
We want him to feel bad if he's watching right now.
I don't think we could make him feel bad.
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
I'm looking down there. He's not sitting with Nolan tonight like he sometimes does. Nolan and Ruth are down there, but there's a walk to Travis Snyder. Leadoff variety for Colby Lewis. There's Nolan and his wife Ruth. He's cracking up that Jim's not with him.
Yeah, he might have stood them up too.
Yeah, there are a couple extra seats next to him. That's a good point. You better be careful who he stands up.
Exactly.
It's one thing standing up Steve Busby and Joe Gum. High in the air. Shallow center field. Bourbon coming in and makes the play.
Buzz, as a pitcher, what's your take on the Colby Lewis velocity conversations?
You know, I'm not very concerned about it. I know Colby has said he is. And if you're a guy that relied on having to throw 94, 95, 96 to be effective, I mean,
right.
Then it would be important. A 2 or 3 mile an hour drop would be important. Colby has never been a guy after he first came up in the major leagues that relied just on velocity. I mean, since he has come back from Japan, he has been to me the model of consistency around the plate with everything. And I think the velocity is plenty. He's throwing hard enough now, if his command is good, to be extremely effective. He knows how to use his stuff.
And for the most part tonight, it looks like he's got that extra couple miles an hour back for what it's worth.
Yeah, and I thought last inning he struggled just a little bit with the fastball command, but he was able to work around it. And I think for what you're talking about, Tom, the little extra velocity, he's used it pretty effectively.
He didn't go much over 91 or 92 last year, did he?
Maybe occasionally he'd hit 90, 93, maybe. But, when he first came up, Colby had one of the better arms, better young arms in the Ranger organization. I mean, he was consistently 95, 96. But command certainly was a problem there.
This one's in shallow left field. David Murphy waits on it and makes the play.
I think for Colby too, John, that was probably the big transformation that he made going to Japan. It wasn't that he was hurt. I mean, he had some shoulder problems before, but he was completely healthy, and he refortified in his own mind his ability to get people out, no matter who it is, with command and with changing speeds and that kind of thing. And that's made him a very competent major league pitcher now.
Kind of became a strikeout pitcher in a different way over there in Japan. Brought it back last year. He had 410 strikeout games last year.
I got big news for you guys.
Uh-oh. He did. He showed up, didn't he?
He's appeared.
Oh, look at there.
I'll tell you what, once we called him on the carpet, it didn't take him long to get here to go say hi to Nolan.
Either Ruth or Nolan got a hold of him.
And Nolan said, "Where you been?
Sonny, you're embarrassing the organization. Get down here."
I think that's what Nolan was saying. Why weren't you on Rangers Live tonight? What was up with that? Do you have something more important to do?
Yeah, he's searching for an answer right there.
He is. Yeah, no, he's making excuses. He's crab walking there.
I thought there was a tornado in town. Boy, speaking of the tornado, there was a lot of potential for one. There was some terrible weather all around us, but we were lucky.
About 3 days in a row we've been dodging bullets here in that weather regard. But it's a beautiful night for baseball here at Rangers Ballpark tonight. And it's 1-1. And the runner goes, but Escobar fouls it back.
Yeah, that bad weather defense system they installed in the offseason has really worked.
No kidding. Keeping it out of here.
Yep.
All the changes they've made here in the offseason are working. Scoreboard, the huge video screen. Electronic scoreboard that looks like the manual scoreboard out there in left field. And a 1-2 pitch. Grounded in the hole and into center field. Stopping at second base is Snyder. On with a 2-out single is Escobar. And here comes Corey Patterson.
Third straight inning, Kobe's going to have to work out of a jam. A couple of men on last inning, a couple of men on this inning.
He had him at first and second with nobody out last time and was able to work out of that jam. That jam, I should say. This time it's first and second with 2 out. Patterson was one of those guys that was on. He had a single last inning.
Fouled it right off his knee.
Yeah. You heard him scream all the way up here. Ow. Doesn't feel good. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, see?
Yep.
Microphones picked it up well. Great job by our audio men, as always.
Colby's finished, going behind the mound to snicker.
Pitchers like that, hey, Buzz?
Where do you want to bet this pitch is? Maybe down and in?
Yeah.
That's where it's supposed to be anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, tricked us.
Went the other way. Colby threw it there anyway.
Luckily, that was a changeup and not a fastball.
Yeah.
I think he was ready for the fastball. It didn't hit his spot, but he had the change of speed that was effective.
Yeah, it caught a lot of the plate, but fooled him, and it's 0-2. High in the air, right field. Nelly Cruz going back and watching it sail out of here. A 3-run home run by Corey Patterson. And the Blue Jays take the lead.
Well, he hit a high fastball that didn't look like it was very close to the strike zone. But somehow he was able to get the bat on it. Trying to waste a pitch. Might have been even higher than he was trying to waste that pitch with, and he was still able to hit it.
This one's hit high in the air to left field, and David Murphy watches that one go to the back of the seating area. Back-to-back home runs now by the Blue Jays.
Well, I mentioned it before the game. One of the things that hurt Kobe in his last 2 starts was the fact that he's given up a couple of home runs. And all of a sudden, here's a couple right in the 5th inning with 2 outs.
Bautista takes sole possession of the league lead in that category with his 8th of the year.
Yep, that's a slider that caught a lot of the plate. Same one that McDonald hit for a triple.
Bautista hit it a long way. And now it's Lind. He's the cleanup man. He had a single back in the 2nd, but was erased on a double play. This one's grounded foul down the first baseline. The Blue Jays were shut out yesterday for the first time all year, and in fact it was the first time they'd been shut out since the middle of September 2010. Colby Lewis went 4 more innings shutting them out, but they have put 4 on the board here in the 5th. And the payoff pitch. He walked him.
Kobe didn't walk anybody through 3 innings. He walked 2 last inning, walked the leadoff hitter, Travis Snyder. And this inning, and now he's walked Lynn. So 4 walks in the last 2 innings. And the command that Kobe was talking about has kind of deserted him here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, you can see him shaking his head talking to Mike Maddox, and that's got to be what he's thinking. He said, wait a minute, I had it together pretty well, and things are going along, and I let it get out of hand. And boy, as a pitcher, when you struggle a little bit and you get things going well, and then all of a sudden it leaves you again, you start thinking, oh man, it's like being snake bit, and then things get worse. Then you forget that if you make some good pitches, you'll probably get some outs, and you just compound your own problems.
So now we'll face Juan Rivera. He had a walk last inning. Tips the first pitch to make it 0-1. He's the 8th batter of the inning. Travis Snyder started off this frame with a walk. And this one's hit high in the air to right field. Nelly's going back on this one too, and it finds the seats. 3 home runs in the inning by the Blue Jays. That's a 2-run shot. And they explode for 6.
That's a Ranger-like explosion right here. Single homer, homer, walk, homer.
And this is Jose Molina swinging at the first pitch. Strike 2 to Molina.
That's kind of like we were talking the other day about Ogando, that the mistakes that Colby has made in this inning in particular have been over the plate. They've been to the middle of the plate instead of missing off the plate. It's come back to the center, and that's not a good place to miss.
The 0-2 to Molina is fouled off. Gondo allowed 3 home runs in that game against the Yankees back on the 17th of April. And that's the high for the season, now tied by Colby Lewis, who gave up all 3 of his here in the 5th inning against the Blue Jays. And it's still 0-2 after another foul by Molina. He's grounded out to Elvis in both previous trips to the plate. And it looks like he'll do it again. Elvis is up with it. And finally, the Blue Jays are out after sending 9 to the plate and scoring 6 runs. Kyle Drabek comes to the mound with a 6-0 lead. Northwest is brought to you by Steel. For dependable trimmers and lightweight blowers, visit steeldealers.com. And by Newegg.com. Join 14 million geeks already saving on electronics and more at Newegg.com. Here's Nelly Cruz. At his 17th strikeout in the last 11 games last time up. What do you think of this young Draybeck? Buzz, is this the first time you've seen him?
Yeah, his card, I'm really impressed with what they got.
We hearing Buzz? We're about to hear Buzz. Okay, I wasn't hearing you. I wanted to make sure you.
Well,
there we go.
I was hearing me. I wasn't listening though. So. No, all the advanced billing I've heard about Draybeck, John, has been nothing but great stuff, and he hasn't done anything to disappoint me. I mean, he's very compact in his delivery, and the pedigree he has. His dad Doug was pretty good, pretty consistent pitcher at the major league level for a number of years, and it looks like Kyle Draybeck has had that passed along to him. It's an impressive package that he takes out there.
Yeah, his dad was a good pitcher, won a Cy Young Award. Yeah, but I don't know that he had the same stuff his son has.
No, I agree with you. I don't think he did.
Now, this kid's throwing a 92-mile-an-hour cutter, a 95-mile-an-hour sinker, a curveball, a changeup. If he stays healthy, he's got a chance to win a lot of big league games.
Yep.
Got to be one of the best young pitchers in the game right now. It's early. It's only 4 innings of watching him, and it's only 5 innings into his season so far, but you have to be impressed with it so far.
His daddy won 155 games in a 13-year big league career. And Kyle says having his dad around all the way through Little League and high school and early in his pro career was like having a personal pitching coach every day.
Yeah.
Strike to David Murphy makes it 1-1.
It's always nice to have somebody around that no matter what you come up with, he can say, I've been there, done that, and give you a little bit of sage advice. Now, whether you listen to it or not as a son is a whole different topic.
Sure. Well, if you listen to everything your dad said, then you wouldn't be like most sons.
That's true.
He's ahead of David, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A couple of products of the Houston area. David fouls this one back. Draybeck from the Woodlands. He played football as well as baseball at the Woodlands. Was a wide receiver on the football field. Everybody knew he was a baseball player first. And David grounds this one to second. Over to Escobar for 1 and back to Lind. It's a double play as we check in with Jim Knox.
All right, John, I'm here with the Golden Girls. We got this going on. Mrs. Knox, I guess. What's this all about?
Okay, my name's Jolene Knox, and I wanted to meet Jim Knox, and we brought our mother here. She's 88 years old. She's been a big Rangers fan forever, and she loves Tom Green.
There we go. So you love Tom Green.
Oh, yeah, I sure do.
Watches all the time, taking in her first game. Well, you got big plans after the game?
It's whatever she wants to do.
Whatever she wants to do. All right. All right. Well, have a good time. Good to see you. Tom, a big fan right here.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
She's double-fisted tonight. I like it. 88 years old, and she is going to have a good time.
I told her not to make this public while my wife was watching the game.
And how about Mrs. Knox there?
That's great.
That's awesome. A lot of synergy in that hit from Jim Knox. Jorvik Torrealba hits this one hard and gone. It's into the seats on a line in left field.
Third home run for Jorvik. Boy, got on top of that, hit a rope down the left field line.
That didn't have a whole lot of hang time, did it?
No, it didn't. Pretty good pitch, 94 miles an hour, up and in. Jorvik just got the good part of the bat on that one. He knows it's gone.
Didn't
get
take
out of
long
the way
to
of
get
that
out.
thing.
Yeah. Looked like it might have knocked her nachos out of her hand.
Yeah, poor girls never saw it coming and people standing up in front of her.
She may be upset she didn't catch that, but believe me, you don't want to catch that one.
No. That'll break a nacho chip. And now it's Mitch Moreland. He grounded out to the second baseman. Back in the third inning. Big swing and a miss.
Some kind of stuff this kid's got, boy. He can throw anything he wants. There's a good overhand curveball. Like a double play with a changeup.
That one's inside to make it 2-2.
Well, he's got a pretty advanced idea of how to use his stuff, too. That's
so.
You know, for a 23-year-old, that's what's impressive. And that goes back to the pedigree as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm sure that his dad, Doug, talked to him a lot about messing up hitters' timing by changing speeds.
Now he's going to have a quick chat with his catcher, Molina. Mitch Moreland has reached base in 15 straight games. He was 0 for 3 yesterday, but had a couple of walks to extend that streak. And with 2 out and a run in, Drayback deals the payoff pitch. Right back to him. And that will do it for the Rangers. They get on the board with a home run by Jorvik Torrealba, thanks to Steve Busby. Don't forget to watch him on Rangers Live with Joe Gum immediately following the game. We'll see if we can't drag Jim Sundberg over to the set for one of the next 2 or 3 shows. Inning for the Rangers and Colby Lewis. 6 runs on 7 hits for Toronto. A run on just 2 hits off the youngster Drayback for the Rangers. And now we've got a new pitcher for Texas out there. It'll be Dave Bush. It's our Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen as Dave comes out to make his 3rd appearance of the season. First time out was in a starting role against the Tigers. And he's greeted rudely there by Travis Snyder, who lines it into right field. So a leadoff single by Snyder. He's on base in the second straight inning. He walked last frame. And it brings up John McDonald. McDonald had that triple back in the third inning. And a fly out in the fifth. And he takes a strike from Bush.
The one pitcher the Rangers won't face in this 4-game series is Ricky Romero. Make a pretty good case that Ricky Romero is their best pitcher. But they've still got some other pitchers that can throw. Getting a great look at Kyle Drabeck today. Young pitcher with a great arm.
Grounded to third. Beltre to Kinsler for one. Over to Moreland. 2 for the price of 1. And the single by Snyder is erased. 5 to 4 to 3.
Adrian couldn't get it out of his glove right away. Takes an extra step, but still has plenty of time with a good turn by Ian.
And it'll bring up Chris Woodward.
Jays have another young right-hander, Brandon Morrow. Got a great arm. Struck out 16 in a game last year, I think. Been on the DL earlier in the year, but he's back throwing now. He's got a great arm. Fastball reaches the mid-90s. Blue Jays traded for him. They traded Brandon League to Seattle to get him. So they've got some good arms in their rotation.
High in the air. Right field. Nelly calling for it. Makes the play. And it winds up being a 1-2-3 inning. Dave Bush makes quick work of the Jays. Tonight's jackpot worth $300 and dinner for 2 at a Sonic Drive-In. And tonight the Rangers are hitting for Sarah Erber from Plano. If a Ranger hits a grand slam during the inning, Sarah Erber from Plano wins $25,000. You can register at any North Texas Sonic restaurant. Julio Bourbon will have the first chance to hit a home run for Sarah. It would be his first of the year. Julio comes in with 4 runs batted in, but no long balls as yet. And Drabeck starts him out with a ball. Showing bunt. It's foul. Julio trying to follow up on a good day yesterday, a 2 for 3 with a walk and a couple of stolen bases. He scored a run. That was after sitting for 3 straight games. And this one is looped into left field for a base hit from Julio Bourbon. Now we'll see if he can maybe begin to sort of get inside the head of Drabek. Ron Washington admitted today that he felt like Bourbon got in Chen's head, got Bruce Chen off his game yesterday because of the constant threat to steal. Julio stole 2 bases as it was on the day. He's got a lead at first. And there's a strike to Ian. Rangers are 10-1 on the year when Ian has at least 1 hit in the game. And that one's fouled back. They're 5-0 when Ian hits a home run. I'm no math major, but the answer seems pretty logical. Ian hit a home run. Rangers come back and win. The 0-2 pitch. Low to make it 1-2. Four of those 5 Kinsler home runs have been here at home. And this one is sliced into right field and down for a base hit. It's headed to the corner. Rounding third and headed for home is Julio Bourbon. A double by Ian Kinsler. Back-to-back hits by the Rangers. And they're chipping away at that 6-0 lead.
Nice job of hitting right there by Ian. It's tough to pull a 94-mile-an-hour sinker when it's out over the plate and away like that. Outside corner. Can't do a better job of hitting that pitch than he just did with that. Waited on it and drove it down the right field line.
Ian Kinsler safe at second. Safe and secure. New York Life. And it's an RBI for Ian Kinsler to make it 6-2. Elvis had the first hit of the game for the Rangers, a single in the first inning. And this one is shot to second base. They throw to second and now have Ian caught in a rundown. Elvis is headed towards second. The tag of Ian and alert base running by Elvis to get to second base.
Yep, no damage done. I think if Ian broke right away, he could have gotten to third base. The problem was it was a line drive 1 hopper, and he wasn't sure that the ball was going to end up being a ground ball. So he paused, and when he paused, McDonald was able to catch him off second base. He pauses, then thinks he might be able to go, gets caught in a rundown, and now the damage is completely eliminated because Elvis sneaks right into second base. So it's going to be a ground ball out anyway.
And if you're scoring at home, it was 4 to 6 to 5 on the fielder's choice. And it brings up Michael Young. Michael hitless on the night. His 14-game hitting streak is alive and well.
tough call for a base runner. You know, if he hits it to the right side on the ground, you can get to third base. But Ian just wasn't sure that that was a ground ball.
If he catches it, you get doubled off.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get doubled off.
Michael hits this one hard and deep and into right field and off the wall. Here comes Elvis Andrus. Michael's in sliding, and the Rangers have cut that Toronto lead in half. It's 6-3.
Good game plan for all the hitters this inning. All the right-hand hitters. Kinsler, Andrus, and Young. Not trying to pull the ball, but going the other way. And it's a good plan against a guy with a good sinker who can keep the ball down, keep the ball away. If you try to pull it, a lot of times you'll hit a ground ball. That's a pretty good pitch to hit inside part of the plate. Michael kind of inside outs this to right field. The Rangers have gotten to within 3, still have a man in scoring position. Then you got the big guys coming up.
That was only about a foot from being Michael's first home run of the year. High on the wall. As it is, it extends the hitting streak to 15 games. And it is the 8th extra base hit for Michael Young in the last 13 games. And now there is activity down there in that Blue Jays bullpen. Zapchinski. Lefty is up and throwing. Strike to Adrian Beltre. A single and 2 doubles score 2 runs for the Rangers so far here in the 6th inning.
Drabek's worked his pitch count up to 93 pitches right now in the 6th inning. We'll take a look at all 3 of the right-hand hitters. Pitch away, drive it down the right field line. Trying to move the runner from second to third, go the other way, a one-hop smash to second. Michael doing the same thing, drives it off the right field wall. Good plan right there.
Worked to perfection. And now it's 1-1 to Beltre. Pitch of the night from Drabek is errant, and it's 3-1.
Well, he's being careful now. He's given up 3 runs. You got a power hitter at the plate, keeping the ball away from him, and now he's worked into a nice hitter's count. 3-1. Ooh, he had a good pitch to hit, had a good swing at it. Like a hanging cutter.
Fouled it off to run things full.
Yeah, Adrian like to have that one back.
Busted that one in on him. He fouls it off. It's still 3-2. Bautista takes sole possession of the home run lead in the American League with his 8th. See if Adrian can match him. The payoff pitch grounded right back up the middle. Up with it is McDonald. And Adrian Beltre is out. The 2nd out of the inning. Michael Young moves over to 3rd. And here comes Nelly. Rangers on the comeback trail here. Scored a run in the 5th on the home run by Jorvik Torrealba. And 2 so far here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nelly worked a walk his last time up after striking out in the second inning.
We got the lefty warmed up. David Murphy's the next hitter, so this is probably Drebeck's last hitter. Gets his pitch count to 100. John Farrell, Blue Jay manager. The other guy we should mention, bench coach, is Don Wakamatsu.
Yeah. This one's chopped back towards shortstop. Nelly hustling to first, but can't beat the throw from Escobar, and the side is retired. But the Rangers get a couple of runs in the inning. And they've cut that Blue Jay lead in half at 6-3 after 6. Your Texas Ford dealer. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. And by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. Top of the order. Here in the top of the seventh, Dave Bush back on the mound for the Rangers. Did a good inning in the sixth. He allowed a single to Snyder. He was erased on a 5-4-3 double play and a fly out by Chris Woodward. He starts Escobar off with a strike. Big inning was the fifth inning for the Blue Jays. They scored all 6 of their runs. This a dribbler. No play. And an infield single.
Tell how thick and plush that grass is, the way that ball just died right there. A good pitch by Dave. Short ball. Fooled Escobar. Just topped it. Couldn't have laid down a better bunt than that.
Live by the beautiful grass, die by the beautiful grass. And that ball died in it. It is thick and plush on the infield. Dennis Klein and his crew do a great job keeping it that way. Here's Patterson. He hit a ball around his eyes for a home run last time up. It was way up out of the strike zone. And he goes the other way with this one. David Murphy on the run and makes the running catch. Heading back to first now, and he's going to have to hurry. Doubled off at first base is Escobar.
That's pretty good relay throws right there. David saw that the runner Escobar had rounded second base. So if you make accurate throws, you'll get them. He makes an accurate throw to Elvis, who throws a strike to first, and what looked like it might be a double and maybe an RBI double turns into a double play. Good relay
throws. Elvis had to throw that a long way. Uh-oh. Hurry.
I'm kind of with you, though, Yunel. I thought that was going to be in there, too. David just, for the second time tonight, out-sprinted the ball going toward the left field line.
One of the reasons they like David Murphy so much in left field.
There's no substitute in the outfield for speed.
There's Bautista. Before yesterday, in fact, including his first at bat yesterday, he had a stretch of 11 straight plate appearances where he reached base. That was just one off the Blue Jays record of 12, which is currently held by Lyle Overbay. And a 4-pitch walk for the American League home run leader.
First baseman Adam Lind.
And it brings up Adam Lind. (14 of 21 games for the Blue Jays) decided by 2 runs or less, so get a feeling this thing could get closer than it even is right now. Pitch to Lind is outside. Dave Bush in his 3rd appearance of the year for the Rangers, his 2nd relief appearance. After a start against the Tigers. And that one's outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Lind's got 12 RBIs on the year. And that is the most of any of the Blue Jays. With his home run, Bautista just got to 11.
Yeah, Bautista now has hit 8 home runs and knocked in 11 runs.
Yeah.
He's knocked in himself 8 times.
That one is a little outside. To make it 3-1. Lind had a single in the 2nd. It was erased on a double play.
Yeah, Lind got the award for the best DH in the league 2 years ago. 305, 35 home runs, 114 RBIs. Last year he hit 70 points lower. He only hit 237 last year. Hit 23 home runs, 12 fewer, and 72 runs knocked in, which was 42 runs fewer than the year before. Blue Jays still had a pretty good offensive team last year. But if Hill and Lind had similar years in 2010 as they did in 2009, they would have been one of the most prolific offensive teams in the league.
Yeah, so much of that offensive slack was picked up by that guy last year.
I guess so.
54 home runs by Bautista. The designated hitter award is called the Edgar Martinez Award.
Yeah.
Lind hits this one in the air towards center field, toward left center, and now it's David Murphy calling off Julio Bourbon. And And that'll do it. Nothing across for the Blue Jays. 6-3 headed to the bottom of the 7th. Baseball fans, Chevy is a proud sponsor of youth baseball leagues in your community. Go to ChevyYouthBaseball.com for a chance at winning a home field makeover. There are some youngsters still here having a little fun tonight as they root for a Rangers comeback. Texas fell behind 6-0 in this game, but a run in the 5th and 2 in the 6th inning have made this a 6-3 ball game. And the new pitcher is Mark Zepchinski.
It appeared in almost half the Blue Jay games, but again, what we've seen almost all season long is with the left-hand hitters kind of concentrated in the bottom of the lineup. There's been several instances where there's only been one left-hand pitcher in the opponent's bullpen, but this is the part of the game they come into because there's so many left-hand hitters. It's Murphy, Moreland, and Bourbon are 3 of the 4 hitters.
David grounds that one to John McDonald. And just after we got rid of Kila Kayayahue, we got to deal with Zepchinski. One out here in the 7th inning. Jorvik Torrealba, who hit his 3rd home run of the season back in the 5th, a solo shot. Got the Rangers on the board. Kyle Drabek threw 101 pitches on the night, giving up only that home run. The only home run was to Jorvik, but gave up 3 runs, all of them earned, on 5 hits, struck out 2 and walked 2 in his 6 innings of work. This one's hit hard up the middle and into center field. Jorvik Torrealba 2 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, I thought it was an impressive start for Kyle Drabek. Good assortment of pitches, great movement on a hard sinking fastball. Rangers got to him a little bit in the 6th inning. Single, double. But overall, quality start. Another good outing for the young pitcher. Very impressive.
Rangers made him throw 20 pitches in that 5th inning and then 21 in the 6th, and were able to get him out of the game. So maybe they can get to the Blue Jays bullpen. It was tough sledding against Drabek. Mitch has reached safely in 15 straight. That streak on the line here in the 7th inning. Chops it toward the mound. Zepchinski over to second for one. Safe at first is Mitch Moreland. And now it'll be the 9th place man.
A nice throw by Zepchinski, who's kind of moving towards second base, throwing back against his body, but he threw it accurately with confidence.
And more action down there as Jason Frazier gets up.
Our pinch hitter, Mike Napoli, is going to pinch hit for Julio Bourbon.
There you go.
Lefty on the mound right now. We'll see if he stays in the mound when Mike is announced. Not sure if Frazier's warmed up or not. Looks like he is.
Yep. Here comes John Farrell out to the mound. Go with the righty. As Mike Napoli is announced. There he comes. Jason Frazier leaves the Blue Jays bullpen and is headed toward the mound. And that'll do it for Zepchinski. And the Rangers have had great hands all throughout the game. Elvis and Mitch combining there. An assist from Mayor Tom Vandergrift there. And then a caught stealing on a great throw from Yorbi Torrealba. And another catch by Murphy. That turned into a double play and a great relay throw from Elvis to Mitch. And there were some great hands in that sequence of plays. Rangers working on their second straight error-free game. And there's Jason Frazier.
Yeah, Jason Frazier's been a good relief pitcher for Toronto over the years. He's been used frequently as well. 10 games, 9 innings. 11 strikeouts in 9 innings, only a couple of walks.
And his first pitch to Mike Napoli misses for a ball.
Go back a couple of years, he saved 11 games for the Blue Jays back in 2009. He was in 69 games last year with a solid ERA and a strikeout per inning. So he's a strikeout guy.
And there's a strike to even things up at 1-1. It's the beginning of a difficult road trip for the Blue Jays. 4 here against the American League champion Rangers. And then they're off to New York for 3. An off day in Tampa, and they'll play the Rays for 3. Tampa just left Toronto yesterday, and they took 2 of 3 from the Jays up there. And the 1-1 pitch outside and low, so it's 2 balls and a strike to Mike Napoli. He's pinch hitting for Julio Bourbon. Julio had a single and scored a run back in the 6th. That one's in there for a strike. And it's 2-2. Mitch Moreland at first base, having reached on a fielder's choice. Frazier looks him back. Sliced foul. Mike hit it hard. Ian Kinsler waiting on deck. He had an RBI double in the 6th. And the crowd anticipates the 2-2 pitch from Frazier. High and in tight to make it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Frazier, the 3rd Toronto pitcher, following Drabek and Kaczynski to the mound. The runner goes. Grounded to second. Easy flip over to first. And that'll do it for the Rangers. Mitch Moreland is stranded. And it's still 6-3. We're headed to the 8th inning. Colby Lewis got into trouble. A high pitch to Corey Patterson is taken to the seats and right for a home run. The very next batter, the very next pitch, the home run leader in the American League is Jose Bautista, and then a couple of guys later, Juan Rivera hit one out there into the seats in right field. That was a 2-run shot. It was a 6-run inning and gave the Blue Jays that 6-0 lead. Rangers have since cut it in half at 6-3 as we start the 8th inning. And there's a strike. We have some defensive changes to talk about here in the 8th. Outfield alignment has changed considerably as Mike Napoli stays in at first base. Mitch Moreland moves to right. David Murphy to center, and Nelly Cruz over to left field. There's Mike Napoli. Pinch hit for Julio Bourbon and caused the domino effect, but it's great to have the versatility that Ron Washington does, with Mitch Moreland being able to move straight back from first base into right field. And then a little flip-flop of Murphy and Cruz to center and left.
Dave's come in and done a nice job. He's given up a hit in each one of the innings, but he's got a double play in both innings as well. And he's thrown 22 pitches as he tries to get the first out of his 3rd inning.
And the 1-2 pitch. Slam foul. Over the Blue Jays dugout. Rivera's had a walk and grounded into a double play in addition to the home run. And this one is hit right back to Dave Bush. Good play. And it's the first out of the 8th.
That's a good pitch. Breaking ball away. Hit somewhat softly back to the mound. Had Dave not been able to get it, looked like Ian would have caught it on a hop and made the play.
And here comes Molina. He's grounded to the shortstop 3 straight times up. He's got a modest 5-game hitting streak on the line here. Dave starts him off with the ball high. Curveball is in there for a strike. Blue Jays took the season series last year from the Rangers, 7 games to 3. They won 5 of those 7 in Toronto. They were 5-2 against the Rangers up at the Rogers Center. They were 2-1 here.
They won that one game up in Toronto where the Rangers, I'm not sure what the score was, 9-1, 8-2, something like that early in the game. Rangers had a huge lead, and they just came back and kept scoring and scoring and scoring.
David Murphy with the play there, and there are 2 away. And Fox Sports is proud to bring you exclusive coverage of the UEFA Champions League semifinals beginning tomorrow. Schalke taking on Man U, that's Manchester United, on Fox Soccer. Then on Wednesday, one of the world's greatest sports rivalries resumes as Barcelona battles Real Madrid on FX. Coverage of both games begins at 1 o'clock in high definition. This one is hit towards left and slicing. Foul. And out of play. Travis Snyder struck out looking his first time up, and then a walk and a single. Hard single down the first base line to greet Dave Bush in the 6th, but Dave has settled down very nicely since. This one's hit hard, but foul.
Watch out, kids.
And out of play on a line up there into the stands. Everybody having fun with it. That's good. And the 1-2 pitch. Just a piece of it. Dave fooled him. 70-mile-an-hour pitch. And that'll make it 2-2 to Snyder, who's got 11 RBIs this season, even though his average is low. Been somewhat productive up there, driving in 11. And the 2-2 pitch. Grounded toward first base. Napoli makes the play to Bush. And the Blue Jays are retired in order. 6-3 now. We're headed to
out of time for the progressive fan of the game. It has to be 4-year-old Tyler, because all game long he's been leading the fans in left field with the Let's Go Ranger chant. Go ahead, Tyler.
Let's go Rangers! 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 Let's go Rangers!
There we go. Here's the bag. Here's the ball. Here's the shirt. Way to go, Tyler. Keep it going, buddy.
All right, Noxie, thank you. Great fan of the game as Ian flies out to right field, and Bautista. A little bit of power in Tyler's feeling it there when you get a whole crowd to follow you on the chant.
No kidding.
Feels pretty good. Now it's Elvis as the Rangers send the top of the order in there to start the bottom of the 8th inning. Rangers never trailed in that Kansas City series and swept the Royals out of here. They've had to battle back against the Blue Jays here, though. Down 6-0 at one point. Elvis skies it towards right field. Bautista now in a few steps, and he makes the second put out of the 8th. And here comes Michael Young. 15-game hit streak, alive and well. He was about 2 or 3 feet from a home run his last time up, and yeah, he is Superman these days. 356 average. 32 hits now. Second in the American League, and he takes a strike. .306 career hitter against the Blue Jays. And that one's low for a ball. Rangers have the best home record in all of Major League Baseball at 10-2. They've won 83% of their games here. And that winning percentage is also first in the bigs. Michael Young hits this one toward the gap in right center field. It's down for another base hit. Michael rounds first. He's headed towards second base, and he's in standing.
Yeah, Michael's just pounded the ball to right field. You mentioned he just missed a home run. He hit that ball hard, too. It looked like Patterson had a beat on him. Michael just hit it so hard he couldn't get to it. Went right by him for a double. We'll see if Beltre can pick him up this time. Say it's almost the exact same pitch that he drove off the wall for a double. Fastball in. He was trying to throw it away. You see Patterson trying to close on it, but it sliced away from him.
And here comes Beltre. As you see John Roush out there. Beltre batted in the 6th with Michael Young on second base, but Adrian grounded out to second base. And that's a strike. Adrian asks for a little clarification from Bruce Dreckman.
See, the umpire won't get mad at you when you talk to him like that, kind of with a smile on your face.
A little friendly chat.
Get the thought across, but you don't make them mad.
Well played. Called back and out of play to make it 0-2. Adrian said after last night's game, he's not locked in yet. The way he's been hitting it, although 0 for 3 tonight.
Fooled.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see him locked in. He's not locked in yet. Quick chat between Frazier and Molina. We'll try to make sure they're on the same page. Rangers Live comes your way immediately following the game, the most complete post-game show anywhere. Joe Gum and Steve Busby with Emily Jones standing by tonight. And the 0-2 pitch to Beltre. Low and away. Makes it 1-2. That 10-2 home start by the Rangers is the second best ever. In 1996, they started 11-1 through 12 games. I'd like to keep the wins a-coming, make it 11-2 with a comeback victory here.
Watch out.
High and in tight to Beltre.
Pitch him in, but almost got it in far enough where he would have hit him and brought the tying run to the plate.
The 2-2.
Probably fouled off. Pretty tough pitch to make some contact with right there. But you foul off the pitch he was trying to make. You live to see another pitch, and maybe he'll hang one to you.
Adrian is full of hijinks at the plate. He's got that rapid foot tap on pitches that he wishes he'd swung at. Little bounce of the bat there. Crowd getting into it. 2 out in the 8th. Michael Young at second. The pitch is fouled.
Yeah, he's fouling off some pitchers' pitches, boy. He doesn't get cheated up there. He's got some flair too.
He really does. I love it. He's always got something working, even after a foul ball. And the 2-2 again is fouled off.
Well, sooner or later he's going to make a mistake and throw one right down the middle, and Adrian will tee off on it.
8th pitch of the at-bat is coming. And the 22,915 are into it. Frazier to Beltre, and this one breaks his bat. It's looped into center field, but there to make the play is Patterson. And it remains 6-3. We're headed to the 9th inning. Rangers need a comeback. Thirsty Tuesday. Tuesdays are Thirsty Tuesdays this season at Rangers Ballpark. Fans can enjoy $1 off 16-ounce draft beer, 24-ounce fountain soft drinks, and half-liter bottles of Ozarka water. Get your tickets for another matchup against the Blue Jays tomorrow night, Thirsty Tuesday, at TexasRangers.com or by calling 972-RANGERS. That drink she's holding would be $1 less tomorrow night on Thirsty Tuesday, so you might as well come back. There's a piece of the bat that was shattered by Adrian Beltre as we see the new pitcher, Pedro Strop.
Another opportunity for Pedro to start gaining confidence, gaining command, earning the right to pitch in key games late in the ball game. Rangers need him to be successful, need him to be a guy that Ron Washington can count on. With a mid-90s fastball, a good slider, and a developing off-speed pitch, splitter, changeup, no reason why he can't be.
Yeah, Ron Washington said before Feliz got hurt, he said, we will have an 8th inning guy. At that point, before the bullpen was depleted, he didn't know who it would be. But he said there will be an eighth-inning guy. There's a strike.
Tough to hit from outside the batter's box.
Call time, you better make sure it's granted.
Do that with 2 strikes and just keep on going back to the dugout.
Yeah. And now there are 2 strikes to McDonald. This one's grounded. Past Stroke.
Nice
Ian, nice play.
Nice backhand right in the middle of the glove.
And here comes the 9th place hitter, Woodward.
Third baseman Chris Woodward.
Just a little flip from Ian over to Mike Napoli.
They make those plays look so easy in the big leagues.
Especially in slow-mo like that. That was a bang play made by Ian. That one's inside to Woodward. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Fouled off to make it 1-1. Strope gave up a run on 1 hit and a couple of walks in Friday's game against LA. There's a strike to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Yep. That's a strikeout for Pedro Strop in the 2nd out of the inning.
Pretty good assortment there. You saw the mid-90s sinking fastball, changeup. The last pitch would look like a slider. All of them out of the strike zone, but got Woodward to swing at all of them.
Tried to hold himself back there, but couldn't. And it brings up Escobar. Top of the order for the Jays. And this one is sliced down the right side and foul. Mitch Moreland out there in right field now, having started the game at first base. He moved into right when Mike Napoli came in to pinch hit for Julio Bourbon. Mike stayed in at first. Derek Holland wants me to be sure and remind you, don't text and drive. He was frustrated today. He saw 2 people texting while they drove on his way to the ballpark.
You know who you were.
Yep. Derek's got a big campaign going. He's working on getting some billboards, actually, to remind people not to text and drive. And he tragically lost a friend of his who had a fatal car wreck as a result of texting and driving. Evens things up to Escobar. And that one is grounded to Adrian. Long throw over to Napoli. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pedro Strop. Here come the Rangers, their last chance here in the bottom of the 9th. Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards, unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. By the Progressive Insurance Group. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE today. And by your Texas Ford dealers. Check out the Ford F-150 and drive one. Ford is the best in Texas. New pitcher for the Blue Jays is John Roush. And he will start things off against Nelly Cruz.
Roush, one of the bigger pitchers in baseball. 6'10", 6'11". About the only guy in baseball that might look as big as Adam Dunn. That'd be a great matchup.
That would be. Got plenty of ink, too. And he is tough on right-handed hitters. They are hitting 167, 2 for 12 against him so far this year. He last appeared on Friday against Tampa Bay, through an inning, had 1 strikeout.
He looks like he'd throw 100 miles an hour.
Nelly takes it down the right side, but foul.
He's effective, I think, a lot because of the leverage he gets from being that tall. But he's really not that hard a thrower. Low 90s tops.
He's officially listed at 6'10", 251. And this one's hit in the air from Nelson Cruz into right field and into the stands. A home run for Nelly Cruz. Make it 3 hits by right-handers off of Roush. And it's Nelly's 6th home run of the year.
Pitch away. And you do what you should with that one. Wait on it and drive it to right field. Nelly's got the power to go the other way and still hit the ball out of the ballpark.
We've been saying for a couple of days now, when Nelly gets in slumps, if you will, it's not very long before he gets out of them. We've been waiting for the moment, and perhaps this is it. A 9th inning home run to get the Rangers back to within 2, and David Murphy now against Roush.
I think one of the best ways to get out of a slump is to hit the ball the other way. Don't pull off the ball. Don't try to hit it too hard. Don't try to pull it. Just wait on the ball, relax, and hit it the other way.
And I'm not sure if Tyler, the Progressive fan, started at this time, but the Let's Go Rangers chant goes up again.
Get a man on base and you bring a tying run to the plate. Walk David right here. No outs. Make it 3 chances.
3-1 pitch is sliced foul. Out of play in the club level. And the payoff pitch from Roush. Chopped towards second. Big hop for McDonald, and David Murphy is retired. But here come your beat Torrealba. He's 2 for his last 2, 2 for 3 on the night. A home run in the 5th. A single in the 7th inning. He's got that average up to 262. He's hit safely in 6 of his last 7 games. And here's what he did in the 5th inning. Hit the ball hard off Kyle Drabek, who was superb tonight. And now he faces the 6'10" righty. Fouls back that 90-mile-an-hour offering. Three home runs and 4 RBIs in the last 10 games for Jorvi. And that'll even things up at 2-2. Mitch Moreland waiting on deck. Big swing and a miss. And down goes Torrealba. And the Rangers are down to their last chance with Moreland. 6-4 Blue Jays. The Blue Jays team that is 11-1 dating back to last year in the first game of series. Last 12 series, the Blue Jays are 11-1. Of course, the Rangers are 4-0 in season opener or series openers at home this year. And there's a strike to Moreland.
I think the only series the Rangers lost the first game was Baltimore.
Yeah.
Zach Britton pitched that brilliant game against them.
That first game of the doubleheader on that chilly Saturday in Baltimore, after they'd been rained out on Friday night. Yeah, overall this season, the Rangers are 6-1 in game 1s of series. And 2-1 to Moreland. Called back and out of play to make it 2-2. Mitch Moreland hits this one high in the air, but not quite deep enough. Bautista is there to make the play, and the Blue Jays win game 1 of this series. It's a 4-game set. This is the first of 4 in a row between the Rangers and the Blue Jays, and the Rangers fought back but couldn't quite come back from a 6-0 hole, and they lose it by a final of 6-4. Rangers Live is coming your way next. We've got Joe Gum and Steve Busby standing by. Emily Jones will work the clubhouse. Rangers Live immediately on Fox Sports Southwest.